Good morning, Dog Pound, and welcome to Week 1's Monday morning review of the game between the Tennessee Titans and your Cleveland Browns. My name is Drew, and on Monday morning review, I give my reactions and analysis to the highlights of the following Browns game. Going into Week 1, there was a lot of hype, so without further ado, let's hop right into the action. So our highlight reel begins with Baker's first throw of the season, which I want to point out was absolutely horrendous, throwing it into triple coverage when Higgins was relatively well covered. You don't want to see that from your second-year starter. My apologies. And, of course, I've watched the game yesterday, being a diehard Browns fan myself, so I know how the first drive goes. The first drive is relatively bread and butter. They did a fantastic job, absolutely picking apart the defense, driving down the field. It was everything that we expected to see. Well, everything that we wanted to see. You know, the hype led into this. This is the kind of offense that you're going to see. This is a team that can't be stopped, Super Bowl bound. I didn't listen to it for a second because the talking heads at ESPN get paid just to make the headlines. Let's be clear. They don't have to watch a single second of sports as long as they say something that is even remotely controversial, they'll get paid. So the drive ends with a run up the gut for a touchdown. And it was tremendous. It was absolutely glorious. And this is what we thought we were going to be getting all year. Oh man, are they in for a treat. And welcome, rookie kicker Austin Seibert. We're so happy we cut Greg Joseph for you. Thank you for coming to the Dog Pound. You can find your way out the door. Keep the change. Now, I really hope our secondary isn't this bad. I mean, look at this! Look at that! Look at how disgusting that is. Did anybody see Denzel Ward try and make a tackle? He basically just bear hugged the guy and let him go. I've seen Helen Keller make better tackles than that. It was so disgusting. And then Marcus Mariota became inept for the rest of the drive. Of course, they drove enough to hit a field goal, and the special teams of the Titans did a phenomenal job. Mike Vrabel said he might have the best punter in football, and heck, I might believe it. Now, this is just a result of just poor blocking. That was just a disaster. Baker, unfortunately, too many times had to hang on to the ball way too long. And that just comes from super questionable play calling from on Baker Mayfield. Or no, my apologies, by Freddie Kitchens. With Baker Mayfield, you know what you're getting. He is an absolute gunslinger, but you gotta get the ball out quick. He thrives on the quick reads. He absolutely thrives on them. Like, see that? Quick read on a slant route, hit the biggest man on the field right in the chest. Perfect every time. Baker Mayfield is not going to be the quarterback that takes 7-step drops, dinks and dunks, and pushes it down the field 50 yards in the pocket. There's only one of those guys we've seen. His name is TB12. Baker Mayfield is not going to do that. And if you expect him to do that, we're going to get killed. Going to get absolutely killed. Great defensive play. And right there, you saw on the field, there was the reason we lost the game right there. Folks, the art of Brownsing is something that I've turned into an art form, you see. When you are so inept, when you just cannot do anything right, and it turns into an absolute fiasco. This is what we call Brownsing. As you can see, here's an example, another flag on the field. I believe this is the ones that are both on the defense. Yep, this is a roughing the passer and the hold by Denzel Ward at the same time. Folks, and a message to Cleveland. A message especially to Freddie Kitchens. You will not win a single football game taking 18 penalties. Simply put, you are not winning a football game that way. You will go 0-16 if you think that can fly. One of the best coaches we've ever seen, Bill Parcells, said, every 100 yards of penalties, that's a great run by Nick Chubb, by the way, every 100 yards of penalties is a touchdown. Because that's giving up the entire length of the field. And that's almost a great catch. That was brought in by Jarvis Landry, but still, if you give up 100 yards of penalties, you're not going to win the game. The Browns gave up over 180 yards of penalties. It was the most undisciplined. So they were so mentally out of touch with what was going on. It was utterly embarrassing to watch. Utterly embarrassing. Now, I've seen the whole highlight reel, and I cannot believe they don't have this on here. Greg Robinson. This is my personal message to left tackle Greg Robinson. You should be cut. Simply put, you should be cut. And now, why should he be cut? Was it because of bad performance? Oh, no. We need a left tackle in there to protect Baker Mayfield. Ladies and gentlemen, he did something I've never seen before in the history of football. He took an unsportsmanlike conduct by kicking a player in the head. By kicking a player in the head. How do you... Oh, here we go. I gotta stop everything that I'm saying to rant. I need to point out that play call right there. The most utterly embarrassing, disgusting play call I've ever seen in my life. You are at the 2-yard line. Your own goalpost is breathing down your neck. So why are you running a 5-step drop play action rollout in your end zone? In your end zone. It's no secret if you get sacked, it's a safety, and your quarterback has to take an unnecessary hit. Why are you not running a screen pass on the outside so at least the quarterback doesn't have to get hit? Or even better, running the ball at the 2-yard line? Is there something I missed? I mean, I guess if Marshawn Lynch can do it, we can do it too! Even though it's not like we've ever won anything in our franchise's history, all of a sudden we sign Odell Beckham! Oh, we are so sexy! We cannot do anything wrong! 16-3 final! Super Bowl! 18-0 season! The Browns go right into heaven! The team immediately gets their gold jackets in the Hall of Fame! The greatest team in the history of sports! No, it's not how it works, folks. It's not how it works. You're not going to do it with all these penalties and the inept play calling. It's not how it works, folks. This is not how it works. This is not how you win football games. The penalties were just horrific. How do you expect to win a single game of football? How do you expect to win a single game if you have to start every single drive 1st and 20? Is that a winning recipe to you? Is that a winning recipe, John Dorsey? Is that a winning recipe, Freddie Kitchens? Is that what that is? I don't know what to say. The offense showed flashes of brilliance. Absolute brilliance. The resilience that they had to do to even get a second touchdown with the stupid amount of not even well thought out penalties, but just stupid penalties. Myles Garrett threw a punch. One of the most well-mannered men in the NFL threw a punch. By the way, I can't be the only person that thinks David Njoku is so hard to watch. He's 50-50 catching the ball. 50-50. You're in the NFL. Why? You're 50-50 catching the ball. And this right in front of me, this is what kills the game right here. Your offense has an amazing, resilient drive. They have to overcome stupid penalties, but they manage to get the ball down the field, and now you're down by 2, and it's a ball game. The defense proceeds to go out, and on the first play of the game, or the first play of the drive, gives up a 75-yard touchdown reception. Do you not know what that does for your team? Great interception, by the way, by Byard. There's not a whole lot of safeties that are going to turn around and find the ball. Look, it wasn't a great throw by any means, but that was just an even better play by Byard to execute on the poorly thrown football. But not a whole lot of safeties are going to turn around, find the ball that quick, and pick it off. That was just a tremendous play. But still, how do you expect to win a single game, taking nearly 200 yards of penalties? You can't expect to win. Just simply put, if we get this performance over and over again, if Freddie Kitchens does not address all this, folks, they can go 0-16. A roster with Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, Nick Chubb, David Njoku, and then on the defensive side of the ball, Pro Bowlers and Joe Schobert, Myles Garrett, Olivier Vernon. Sheldon Richardson is an idiot, by the way. I mean, I was happy to get him because I know he's a great football player, but Sheldon Richardson is a complete idiot. But man, how do you expect to win a game like this? How do you expect to win a game like this? You're not going to win a single game like this. It's not a winning recipe. Freddie Kitchens in his head coaching debut gets an F grade. He gets an F. He did nothing right. There were plenty of times where I was feeling for Baker Mayfield's life because he had to hang on to the ball for so long because the O-line blocking wasn't great. It's exactly what you need it to be for Baker because you're supposed to get the ball out quick. It's not a winning recipe, folks. And the game's going to end on a Malcolm... Oh, no, that's not the Malcolm Butler interception. Then that must be next. Anyways, thank you for watching this week's Monday Morning Review. By no means am I worried, but we have to make a statement on primetime on national television. We have to beat the tar out of the Jets. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching, and go Browns.